I'm Todd Grisham. The fighters are here, and they're about to get it on at the Lighthouse Theater. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's Roy Jones Jr. He won world titles at 4 different weight classes, including the heavyweight championship of the world. John.
This bout is
one of the hottest. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. The straight right just misses. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
They exchange punches. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nobody home with that hook. Love being in this venue as the audience is right on top of you, and they will be bringing the heat tonight. They are ready to watch this showdown.
You walk in, you cannot hide or duck or stand behind anybody. The audience is on you. They see every single movement, every single twist. If you're scared, the thousands of people out here in this place, they will spot it.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without...
Here we go. It's round 2. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again, when your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Beautiful counter punch. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Shawn Porter just got rocked. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. That can never happen.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter shot. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's talk about Shawn Porter in that last round. They get 1 minute between rounds. This fighter wished it was 10 minutes. On to the third. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
That counter shot lands. Punch, counter punch. Good counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. No rest for the weary. There's a counter shot. Just missed with that hook. Catch and shoot. The perfect counter lands. That jab doesn't find a home. Good counter punching. Those counter punches have to hurt. Well done with that counter shot. They got out of the way of that right hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. The game. There's the bell for round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That counter punch caught him clean. And he scores with the counter. Misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. How about that time counter shot? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice counter shot. The streaks continue to score. With that jab. Nice counter. He threw a punch and just got countered. Defense is not an option for these two. That right jab just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Let's talk about Roy Jones and now back into the fray here in round 5. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Caught him. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamourweight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middleweight are...
And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
I've got...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you continue?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Nope, that jab not going to score. Nice counter punch. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Shawn Porter in that last round.
Let's go out there and get it.
Let's start the 6. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
I have no idea what they have left. How'd you come back from something like that? Not out twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
We wanted action, and they are delivering. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. They're trying to relax a little bit now. Fight a little differently. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good punch. Catch and shoot. Beautiful counter punch. That left hook misses. Through the left uppercut, but it misses. Punch, counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. About Roy Jones in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for the... Here we go, it's round 7. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him up. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punch. The straight right just misses. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Nice counter shot. Pensacola's finest is down. Lincoln, you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
A shot from the gods took him out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
And look.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Swing and a miss with that left hook. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Didn't land that jab. You'd like to see more jabs. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.